Hello, welcome to another current skate culture. Unfortunately today, there's not that many funny things I feel like happening in skateboarding, except for the fact that I stumbled upon this article that I thought was so funny that I'm saving reading it for you. Now, it's an article titled, "Who Are Skateboarders?" and it tells the difference between core skateboarders and casual skateboarders, and I'm fairly certain that it's 100% serious, which is the best thing ever. Skateboarding appeals to all kinds of people, although a majority of skaters are teenage males. I actually thought it was lower. I thought it was like 12, like 10 to 12, so that's cool. A visit to any popular skate park will present a diverse collection of patrons. In 2009, there were 9,281,500 skateboarders in the United States. The number goes up and down from year to year, but on average has been rising steadily since the 1970s. Somehow skateboarding is doing a really good job into leaking into other subcultures or having other subcultures leak into skateboarding, but one of the skate news things I was gonna bring up is that Ben Nordberg, Boo Johnson, and Olin Pratt were just in a fashion commercial with Cole Sprouse, one of the kids from Zack and Cody. He's super famous. And I have no hate towards anyone who, especially those guys, they're all into fashion. It's just funny that Cole Sprouse is in the video because it's about skateboarders and then he sort of is just like running around. It's okay. In 2010, there were 308,747,000, that sounds like they're just stating facts for the sake of it, people in the United States. That means that 2.9% of US citizens stepped on a skateboard at some time that year. That's useful. Just because someone stepped on a skateboard last year doesn't mean they're ready for a skate park. We know that there are some skaters that ride all the time. We'll call these core skaters. It gives some more numbers, and it basically states that 8.6% of American youth have ridden a skateboard in the last year, which is seriously insane. That has to be more than other sports, no? If you're a skateboarder, then you know that having ridden a skateboard doesn't exactly automatically make one a skateboarder. It's estimated that about 20% of those who have stepped on a skateboard in the last year actually skate regularly and actively build their skateboarding skills. These are the core skaters. Everyone else we can call casual skaters. Casual skaters might hop on a board every so often to cruise to the store or across campus, but they aren't really interested in doing tricks and may not identify as a skateboarder. The area's core skaters will use the new skate park immediately, but casual skaters will soon follow. And then somehow it brings up the estimate 3,150,000 American youth, or 1.7% of all youth, are core skaters that would benefit from access to a skate park today. It has this little blurb that says core skaters ride their boards at least once a week. I want to know if you agree with that at all, because in that measure, that would make my friend John Reyes, who is a professional scooterer, that would make him a core skater, because he probably skates 2 to 3 times a week with me on my skateboard. It also says you can use the US Census website to find out how many people in your town are 18 and younger, and then you can multiply that by 0.043, and whatever number you come up with in your town is the amount of core skaters that need a skate park today. Oh, I get it now. They're doing all this math to appeal to people who don't skateboard, to use this number to convince cities or towns to build skate parks. Okay, this just took a really interesting turn. Skateboarding Studies and Marketing Analysis makes a distinction between casual skateboarders and core skateboarders. Core skaters are defined as having skated 52 plus times per year, once a week on average. Casual skateboarding participation varies from year to year, likely based on various skateboarding trends such as longboards and cruisers. I know in my hometown, penny boards and longboards became really popular, and they were our best-selling skateboards a little bit in the skate shop that I worked at, but now that's probably not the case. Over 40% of skateboarders ride both longboards and trick boards. 40%? Longboards are used primarily for transportation, just cruising around. This suggests that a significant portion of all skaters use their skateboards for both recreation and transportation. Interestingly enough, since I've lived in New York City, I use an electric skateboard, and in skateboarding that's seen as a no-no. For core skateboarders, they're like, you don't ride anything but a normal skateboard. But that's a weird insecurity to have. The electric skateboard has been the most essential, easiest way to get around a city like New York City. You're faster than traffic, you can get anywhere, and then you just keep the skateboard in your back, and then you take it out. This is such a weird breakdown, but listen to this. Of all skaters, 77.1% are male, whereas 83.4% of core skaters are male. Conversely, 23.9% of all skaters are female, while 16.6% of all core skaters are female. There is some gender bias within skateboarding. The norms within skateboarding culture reward physical risk and bravado. Women and girls find casual skateboarding more inviting, as these attitudes are not as prevalent. though many women earn respect among skateboarding's core participants without issue and on their own terms. No comment, just that's what it says. There's obviously a rise in women's skateboarding right now. In 2009, look at these statistics right here. Boom, there they are. The most interesting one is 70% were under 18 years old, which actually makes a lot of sense. And I feel like that will be changing a lot since skateboarding was more ingrained into my generation's youth. I feel like my whole generation will continue to skateboard to a pretty late age, to where 70% will decrease and decrease and decrease. Last part, skateboarding subculture. Skateboarding has countercultural roots. It was born of rebellious surf culture in coastal areas and urban street culture in others. These characteristics are still apparent to those who don't skate, but to skateboarders there is a little cohesion within skateboarding outside of a few fundamental characters. The hallmark of skateboarding culture is that it is welcoming to anyone that approaches it with the intention of improving his or her personal skill. Now that's actually accurate, I would say, is that skateboarding welcomes anyone to come into skateboarding, usually, if they attempt to be better skaters. Now, I don't mean just internet commenters and bloggers and blah, blah, blah. Of course, people on blog websites who think they're core, who never go to the skate park, who just sit there and talk crap about skateboarding might think differently. But on average, if you go to the skate park and you have any intention of getting better, skateboarders are super welcoming in that environment. Class, race, gender, weight, and other hobbies are irrelevant provided that the participant's enthusiasm for the actual act of skateboarding is genuine. In this way, skateboarding is egalitarian and inclusive. Because skateboarding is not a team sport, the success and or enjoyment of skaters is not dependent on other skaters' performance. In other words, an experienced skateboarder can recreate with someone learning fundamental skills as equals. There is nothing to gain or lose from seeing other people land a trick for the first time except for the joy of seeing them do it. Oh man, this is getting actually really interesting. Some activists disrupt this pattern. Skaters routinely reject entities and individuals that monetize skateboarding if those entities or individuals have not demonstrated a sincere love for the physical act of skateboarding. Few sports and athletic activities can claim the same degree of protectionism from the involvement of non-participants. Wow. Due to this protectionism, skaters tend to see influences from within skateboarding as a trusted source, while influences outside of skateboarding are seen as suspect. This has enormous relevance when it comes to rules compliance. A non-skater telling a skater to wear a helmet, for example, will be less effective than a skater suggesting the same thing. That's so freaking interesting. This is written in the context to be very universally accepted by everyone, but as a skateboarder, he's 100% right. Anytime someone who hasn't proven themselves as a skateboarder tries to give me advice on skateboarding, like wearing a helmet, etc., it just goes right over my head. Below my head, next to it just goes past me. If you haven't proven yourself empathetic of something that someone does, I feel like you don't have that much room to give them advice on how to do it. If an individual, agency, or company's integrity is recognized by skateboarders, the fraternity is empowering and supporting. I like that it said fraternity. Agencies and companies, having earned skaters' trust, have the opportunity to develop partnerships that can pay big community building or brand loyalty dividends. For individuals, the friendships formed through the mutual interest can last a lifetime. Whoa, man, that was a good article. I'm gonna link this down below if you wanna take a look and I guess follow them. I don't know how you follow them because I don't even know what this is. Public Skate Park Development Guide. Interesting. I hope you enjoyed this video. Stay tuned every single weekday, Monday through Friday, for a new video. There's 5 new videos a week on this channel, so if you aren't already subscribed, be sure to do so, and you'll have 5 new videos a week of skate content coming your way, and that is that. I'll see you next time for another video, aka tomorrow. Love you so much, progress daily, and keep killing it.